In this video, I'm going to show you how to speed up your weight loss process, slow down your aging process by improving your metabolism. I'm going to cover three things. Number one, what is metabolism in simple, easy English? Number two, how you can improve your metabolism. And number three, what is the role of metabolism in aging and in a weight loss process? So let's dig in. Slow metabolism puts you at a risk of faster aging, gaining weight, risk of physical injuries like fractures, all of these, and also metabolic disorders like diabetes. So let's first understand what is metabolism. Metabolism is divided into two parts. One is called catabolism, the other one is called anabolism. So, catabolism is breaking down the food that we eat into energy and into nutrients. Anabolism is using those food and the nutrients that we've derived out of food into building new cells, new tissues, and repairing existing cells and tissues. Now, what is its role in gaining or losing weight? So let me ask you this. Have you noticed that you have been eating the same amount of food over a long period of time, but you started gaining weight? Why does that happen? The real reason is after the age of 30, we start to lose our muscle mass, which is up to 3 to 8% of total muscle mass. Now, it may sound or it may not sound that big, but here is the thing. If you are going to lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass, which means you are reducing the requirement for the energy by 3 to 8% in a decade, and it speeds up as you age. In 40s it's faster, in 50s it gets even faster, and it becomes really faster after 60s. So here is the thing. If you continue to eat the same quantity of the food but your requirement is less, what it means is it means you save all the energy that is not used, and when you save it, it is stored as a fat in your body. And that's the reason over a period of time, in spite of you eating the same amount of food, you start to put on weight. Putting on weight is not the only dangerous part of slowing metabolism. What it can also lead to is a risk of sarcopenia, which means excessive loss of muscle mass. What does it mean? If you lose excessive muscle mass, obviously your energy requirement is going to come down, but what else happens is that you increase the risk of falling down, losing your balance, which means you can end up having fracture, you can end up falling more frequently, risk of injuries, and that leads also to faster aging because your body does not have the strength to do a lot of things that it wants to do. So when your metabolism starts to slow down, it speeds up what we call as the aging process, because you're not repairing the existing cells, not building the new cells, and all of these leads to faster aging. To give you a little bit of scientific and statistical view, what you can see on your screen is what we call it as TDEE, which is total daily energy expenditure. Now, if you look at that, 70% of that is called BMR, which is base metabolic rate. Around 15% comes from NEAT, which is called non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Around 10% comes from TEF, which is thermogenic effect of food, and 5% comes from exercise activity. Now let me tell you, what does it mean? It means 70% of the energy that your body is expending or using on daily basis, it will do it even if you are lying down on the bed for 24/7, right? That is your base metabolic rate. Number two, what is NEAT? NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which means all the physical activity that we do which is not exercise. If you're taking stairs, if you're walking to a grocery store, if you're washing your vessels, if you're washing car, if you're mopping and wiping your floor, any of these things, these all things contribute to what we call it as need, which is about 15% of the daily expenditure. Number three, it is thermogenic effect of food. What does it mean? Digesting food also needs energy. So about 10% of the energy that we expend is thermogenic effect of food. And 5%, only 5% is exercise. Now, why am I showing you this? Because I want to show you what is the compounding impact of boosted or a good metabolism on your health and on your weight loss. So here is the thing. What happens is higher your base metabolic rate, which means even at rest, you are expending more calories, which means you can lose weight by less exercise or by less control over other things. This is what you can gain if you improve your metabolism. Now, you have heard about compounding effect in the world of finance, where you can get compound interest rate, compounding wealth. But how can you get compounding impact in health? Now, this is a question that I've been thinking a lot from that perspective. And here is the thing. If you've understood the BMR, TDEE, and all the things that I talked about, you can get compounding impact by improving your BMR, which is base metabolic rate. And how do you improve it? If your metabolic rate is high, if your body has good quality and quantity of active tissues, such like skeletal muscles, then your BMR becomes high, which means your base metabolic rate is high, which means you are expending more calories at rest, which means you actually get compounding effect of improved health and also sustained weight loss or managed weight for a longer period of time. That leads to the question, how do we improve metabolism? How do we improve BMR? So I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to share how does that work. So step number one is stimulus. If you want to improve your BMR, you need to provide a stimulus for that growth, for that change. And that stimulus comes from exercise, especially strength training. If you do exercise, if you've never done it, then any exercise is fine. But if you're already doing it, then including strength training becomes very, very important part of it. Strength training generates stimulus for growth of your muscles. Now, that does not mean you become a bodybuilder or you will start looking like a bodybuilder. It's very, very difficult to look like that. So that's step number one. Now that you've generated a stimulus for growth, stimulus to build more active tissues and repair your cells, what do? Stimulus is not enough. That leads to the next step. You need to provide all the raw material, building blocks required to build those active cells and tissues. And that comes from food that you eat, which means good nutrition, right? Quantity, quality, and the variety of food you need to eat to make sure that you provide everything that is needed to build new cells and repair your tissues. That leads to step number three. So now you have stimulus, you have all the raw material, but you got to put together all the things to make it work. And that comes from sleep. When you sleep, you are giving your brain and your body an opportunity to go and build something new, because while you're awake, your brain is constantly in use, it is constantly scanning for threat, it is constantly being used to do the day-to-day work and things that you're doing. So it will not be engaged in building the new muscles or repairing the tissues that are already worn out. Sleep plays an important role in making that work. So when you sleep, now you are using the stimulus, you're providing the raw material and the right environment for tissues to get repaired, new cells, new tissues to be made. Now there is one hidden piece to this particular cycle. So we've completed the cycle, but there is one thing that's missing, and that is stress. If you are under very high stress, your body releases cortisol and other hormones like adrenaline and all of that, which stops you from building new cells and muscles because your brain is constantly in a mode of threat, in a mode of survival. It does not think about building more muscles in simple English because it feels that more muscles mean more need for energy. And right now I'm in a survival mode. I want to store and hold on to all the energy that I get. So I don't want to build more muscles. So if you are highly stressed, you are going to find it difficult to repair your tissues and build new tissues, especially active tissues in your body. So your muscle growth will be slow. Your weight loss also will be slow if you are very highly stressed. So you need to manage stress, which can help you improve your metabolism for a long time and in a right way. And now that leads to the most important thing, that is repeat 1, 2, 3, and 4 consistently. Generate the stimulus by doing physical exercise and activity. Provide the raw material by eating the right quantity, quality, and variety of food. Sleep well, rest and recover well so that your body has the environment to build new active tissues and improve your metabolism. Manage your stress, so that your brain is in a position, or it feels that yeah, it is good to build strength, good to build new muscles and tissues. And then you got to do it consistently, day in and day out. When you do this, this is where you get the compounding results, the compounding effect of improved metabolism over a long period of time. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Click on that thumbs up below so that I know you liked it. Share it with your friends, family. Subscribe to this channel. Click on that bell icon so that you don't miss the next video that's coming out next week for you. And if you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, put it in the comment below. I'm personally reading all the comments and I'm going to respond to you. And if you want me to make a video on a specific topic, put it in the comment and I will make sure that it goes into the list of videos that I'm going to make for you. This is Dhaval Bhadeshiya signing off. Thank you for watching.